report.
Counsel?
Opposing counsel. Members of the jury. Whit Bowman made this happen. In the summer of 2012, Whitney Bowman committed theft by deception with Cameron Poole, was responsible for the robbery with threatened force to Haley Floyd, and for the murder of Winston Thomas. Whit Bowman is guilty of these crimes. Now, the summer of 2012 began with Cameron Poole working in the ticket booth, a job that Ms. Bowman had worked the summer before, a job that Ms. Bowman helped Cameron Poole get. You heard Mr. Conroy testify today that Whit Bowman and Cameron Poole were friends. Friends who together hatched a plan to steal from Proctor World. You heard Ms. Floyd come up on the stand today and explain the numbers, how everything worked, how somebody was stealing from the park, how somebody had implemented a scheme to skim $15 off every World Tour bracelet sold with cash. You heard two witnesses today see this happen. Mr. Conroy and Mr. Kaminsky both saw Cameron Poole with their own eyes skim off the money, give them fake bracelets. And you also heard today Ms. Hartman talk about a conversation she heard between Whitney Bowman and Cameron Poole about that she was running out of bracelets. You heard Ms. Shelton hear a conversation between Whitney Bowman and Cameron Poole that Ms. Bowman wouldn't get a new order in. You heard Ms. Shelton testify today that Whit Bowman told Cameron Poole that he should offer a discount to cash-paying customers so together their scheme would be more successful. On August 30th, this scheme came together. J.C. Longstreet had Haley Floyd, the park's accountant, work in the ticket booth. Because he was suspicious that something had been going on, he was correct. Cameron Poole and Whit Bowman had been stealing from him. So Haley Floyd went into the ticket booth. But earlier in that day, Ms. Shelton saw Whit Bowman give Cameron Poole an insurance policy, a blue-handled knife. A blue-handled knife that was going to teach Longstreet a lesson. And Ms. Bowman walked up to the ticket booth, walked inside, held that knife, Whit Bowman's knife, to Haley Floyd's face, demanded money, and took a bag full of Proctor World cash and ran. Now Ms. Bowman ran through the park to the Tunnel of Terror. When she reached the Tunnel of Terror, Whit Bowman was working there. Whit Bowman was behind the control panel. Whit Bowman placed herself there to help Cameron Poole escape. Today, Ms. Hartman testified to her experience in that ride. A gunshot was fired. She screamed for Whit Bowman to turn off the ride, but Whit Bowman did not turn off the ride. Cameron Poole ran in front of the buggy and escaped. And again, Ms. Hartman screamed for Ms. Bowman to turn off the ride. But instead, Ms. Bowman pulled the emergency lever, plunging the ride into blackness. But the cars kept moving. Members of the jury, that is the most important thing. The cars kept moving. Those cars struck Winston Thomas, the security officer today, and he died. Yes, members of the jury, money was lost in the summer of 2012, but also a life was lost. A life was lost because Cameron Poole and Whit Bowman decided to rob Proctor World. Winston Thomas was doing his job. Winston Thomas was trying to stop thieves. And Winston Thomas died. Whit Bowman killed him on August 30th, 2012. That is what is important today, members of the jury. Now, the defense came before you and said, Whit Bowman didn't sell tickets. Whit Bowman wasn't the one doing it. We agree. Whit Bowman didn't sell tickets the summer of 2012. Whit Bowman didn't walk into the ticket booth and Rob Haley Floyd. We're charging Whit Bowman with these crimes because she was complicit in them, members of the jury. In the state of Midlands, complicity is what matters. Complicity means that if Whit Bowman aided Cameron Poole, she's just as guilty as Cameron Poole. We've heard testimony today that corroborates that. Everyone agrees a robbery happened. Everyone agrees Winston Thomas died. But the prosecution has met its burden in proving that Whit Bowman was complicit in these actions. Whit Bowman ordered Rock Your World bracelets that Cameron Poole sold. Whit Bowman gave Cameron Poole a knife to hold to Harry Floyd's face and rob Rock Your World. You heard Mr. Kaminsky testify today that Cameron Poole told Whit Bowman, "I had your knife." Members of the jury, Whit Bowman is complicit in these crimes. Whit Bowman made this happen. Members of the jury, Whit Bowman's intentional action to further Cameron Poole's crimes ended in Winston Thomas's death. Winston Thomas, who paid for these crimes, Winston Thomas lost his life because Whitney Bowman was involved in this scheme. Whitney Bowman pulled the blackout lever. Whitney Bowman gave Cameron Poole the knife. Whitney Bowman ordered the bracelets that were used in the scheme in 2012. Yes, Cameron Poole is guilty of these crimes as well. And members of the jury, don't let that fool you. Whitney Bowman is just as responsible. Find her guilty on all 3 counts.